Part 8. The Tipping Point. Saturday, March 19th, +1 NE. Chapter 28. The Sundance Kid. The faint giggles of children woke Marcus from a deep sleep. He listened for additional echoes of innocent joy, but none came. Diana was still sleeping. She shimmered with atypical fragility, like a snowflake at 32 degrees reflecting its last light as their fire smoldered. A hint of morning chill pierced the wool blanket covering their naked bodies. They were safe, oblivious to the demands of the waiting world. The roar of the waterfall continued unabated, but the rain was gone. It was astronomical dawn, the stage just after night but before both nautical and civil dawn. From lived experience, Marcus knew there was a final phase at Sundance, when the sun breaks above the eastern mountains about 40 minutes after official sunrise. He held Diana until blue sky emerged. Birds vocalized their jubilation for another day of life. This moment was perfect, Marcus thought, feeling the familiar cosmic lightning run up his spine. He risked losing everything by telling her about the cohort, but he had no choice. Hi. Diana beamed brighter than the rising sun. Are you cold? Want me to get the fire going again? Diana snuggled closer. No, I'm content. What would you like to do today? Read in your library? That'd be divine. And have you cook? I'm hungry now. I bet you are. Diana softly pressed into him. Their opportunity was ruined by a dog darting into their quiet cave. It probably belonged to the children that woke him. Stewart Falls is like Grand Central Station on Saturdays. We should go, Marcus said. They quickly clothed. Marcus buried the embers of their fire, packed his bag, and set off with Diana in the lead. They hiked for a long time without saying a word, taking in the sounds of life that had silently surrounded them the night before. The trail was steep and narrow to start, with trees encroaching on the path. Diana's superior physical conditioning opened a large gap between them. Marcus pushed himself, but the distance continued to widen until Diana stopped to stare at a single tree. What is it? Marcus asked between breaths. Diana pointed to an aspen, branded by a former passerby. M&M 74. The message was ringed by a heart-shaped scar. Diana was indignant, replying, "That's so selfish." People didn't understand what they were doing back then. Or they didn't care. Maybe they didn't know they should care? Asked Marcus. How do you not realize that carving something into the skin of an innocent life, causing pain and agony in the process, is wrong? They probably thought it was a romantic way to achieve immortality. These trees will outlive all of us by a long shot. Death drives like this make me sick. Death drives? Marcus muttered. It's Freudian theory. Beyond pleasure, we're motivated by drivers that push us toward destruction and death. He stole the idea from Sabina Spielrein, but only after shitting on her first. Marcus had nothing to contribute, so Diana continued. Death drives are exciting, so we keep going back to them. They push us to destroy the world around us, like this idiot did to the tree, or else we risk destroying ourselves. Your brother is the perfect example of this. People don't do this to pine trees, just the aspens. I wonder if it's because their white bark looks like a blank canvas? This is why I hate stoicism, Diana snapped. It teaches people to blame the victims. Come on, Marcus rolled his eyes. You blamed the tree for being an inviting victim. Freudian theory might be ancient, but stoicism is archaic. I'm glad it's helped you, really. But it's a regressive way to view the world. The aspen can't change what happened to it, but it gets to choose how to react, to keep living, to continue striving for sunlight. That's the point of stoicism. And if we're being honest, it doesn't look like that scar has slowed the tree down. Stoicism turns people into robots by denying their emotions. Rage and anger have a function, a purpose, to push back on injustice. A constant state of positivity is incompatible with real life because the world includes suffering. I cringe every time I read Meditations, but the esteemed Dr. Borland insists... Dr. Borland? Yes, he's the member of my committee holding things up. That's Garrett. What? Diana rasped. Dr. Garrett Borland. He was my therapist. I can't believe I didn't put the pieces together, Diana huffed. It's still a stupid way of thinking. Sorry, sweetheart. Marcus wasn't prepared to die on this ideological hill and suggested they keep moving. Soon they'd reach the meadow. The new spring leaves were neon green, as if the trees had been uprooted and dipped like a paintbrush into Gatorade. "Is this where we freed the deer?" asked Diana. "Yes. Do you know where the exact spot is?" Marcus led the way back to their sacred spot. In the daylight, they could see one tree was an aspen and the other a pine. Normally eternal enemies, they'd curved their ascent around one another to thrive in the shared space. "That was a magical experience," Diana effused. "I've never felt that thrill of danger mixing with altruism. Pushing through the fear was exhilarating." "You sound a lot like Anthony." "Don't joke like that," Diana thundered. "There's a big difference in what we risk ourselves for. I helped an innocent life, and he just does it to jeopardize his own. They're not equivalent. Anthony doesn't want to live like he's waiting to die." A large shadow passed over them. Marcus looked up, and Diana followed his focus. An eagle gripped a snake in its talons, which frantically contorted its body in an attempt to get free. Beyond the predator and its prey, Hecate hovered in the western sky. 13 hours had gone by in the blink of an eye, Marcus thought. That's so sad. I love snakes. Why? They're self-sufficient from the moment they're born. Well, that snake doesn't stand a chance, Marcus observed. It shouldn't fight back? What's its endgame, to be dropped from the sky? Why are you rooting for the aggressor? The eagle has as much of a right to life as the snake. Marcus recognized they weren't talking about the struggles of the animal kingdom anymore. He couldn't stop thinking about Hecate and the Federation. Now was the time to come clean about selection. There's something I need to tell you. It's important to me and I'm excited about it, but I'm also worried about your reaction. If you want to wait until Monday so we can enjoy the rest of the weekend, that's fine. I just needed you to know it's eating at me. How could I possibly wait after that comment? Just say it. Marcus could see the heartbreak building behind Diana's eyes. Then she came apart. Say it. You think I don't already know? You really think I'm that dense? How do you know? Because I could feel it, Marcus. I feel everything. Say it! If you already know, why do I have to say anything? So you can hear the words coming from your own mouth that end our relationship forever. Say it, Marcus! I passed selection. I accepted a job in the cohort. Job! Diana scoffed. You said this wasn't about money, remember? You also promised this shit was behind us. No, I promised not to drop off the radar again, and I haven't. You're the one who went radio silent on me the past couple of days. Diana clenched her jaw and drove her fingernails into her palms. He'd stirred the emotional nitroglycerin and she exploded. I was busy doing things a lot more valuable for society than helping those occupiers. Diana's words came in a frenzy. You can call that project noble all you want, but they're just using the fear of annihilation to strip us of our rights, just so they can peddle tech, and you're volunteering to help these monsters. When people eventually revolt, you'll be branded as a collaborator. Do you understand that? You won't be forgiven. What annihilation are you talking about? Marcus challenged. Point to the spots of blood on the ground, Diana. North Korea. I don't mean to victim blame here, but didn't they bring that on themselves when they attacked the Federation? They were human beings, like us, with people they loved and lives they hoped to lead, all cut short by the Federation. It was genocide, Marcus. You really are lost. I feel sorry for you. Then light a candle and say a prayer, Marcus mocked. Don't put that false positivity on me, you piece of shit! Own your choices. I deserve that. Marcus felt his anger building but chose to stay silent. I can't believe you kept this from me. I felt it, and didn't listen to myself. Why didn't you tell me before we... Oh, God! I wanted to tell you, but you lied! Again! You could have told me when I called, before you lured me here to your fantasy land. You have no idea what you've done. I'll ruin you for this. Ruin you! Calm down. Let's talk through this. Marcus stepped forward. Diana recoiled, falling to the ground, further accelerating her rage. Don't tell me to calm down, and don't you dare touch me! You'll never get to touch me again! Marcus accepted the reality that she was beyond rationalizing. Diana dusted herself off. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. Don't contact me. If you see me on campus, look down and run away. How will you get home? I'll spend $1,000 for a ride if necessary. Do you even know how to get back to my house? I logged it in my running app. I knew I couldn't trust you. I would have shown you the way. I'm not a monster. That's laughable, Marcus. Show me your friends and I'll tell you what kind of a person you are. Diana perfectly picked her Parthian shot. It was something Marcus's mother used to say, a fact he'd shared with Diana early in their relationship. His mind replayed the fight, comparing it to the conflict outside the museum, but knew that Diana would never forgive him. She was really gone. After standing stag in the meadow, he headed home, dawdling along the trail to avoid an encounter with her. He texted Anthony on the way. Diana dumped me. I need your ear. What's her day like? He felt guilty for not telling her about selection on their midnight call. It could have avoided this. He wasn't perfect, even if that was Diana's unrealistic expectation, he thought. It was her baseless blind hatred of the Federation that was the real problem, not his choices. The house was empty, and Diana's things were gone. Anthony hadn't replied, so he texted Jordan, who answered immediately. He was at his parents' house and promised to come right over. Jordan found Marcus swinging on the hammock. Sorry, bro. But, Marcus moaned, but nothing. I'm sorry that you're heartbroken. I'm sorry you lost Diana. I'm just sorry for you, dude. You're not going to use your told you so card? Not today, not for this, no. Thanks, Marcus replied. What do you want to do now? Self-medicate, nap, party? Marcus was weighing the options when Anthony texted back. At Krav, come get me. We'll pew-pew and talk. Anthony wants to meet at his Krav gym so we can go shooting. Perfect! Jordan exclaimed. I've got a delivery for him. I came to Costa Kilravok this morning to do the harvesting. You didn't come to do a wellness check on me? Can it be both? Jordan said, crossing his arms. More heartbreak awaited Marcus in the garage. Diana had thrown the heart-shaped rock through the windshield and carved Collaborator Pig onto the blue doors and hood of his Countach. Fuck, was the extent of Jordan's empathy. Fighting back the tears, Marcus could only state the obvious. We'll have to take your car.